Dokie AI is a website that allows you to turn your ideas into stories in the form of different kinds of presentations. If this is your first time here, my name is J.I. and this is the Everyday AI channel where we teach you how you can use AI in your daily lives. So I'm going to dive right into this here and I'm going to say create a presentation on the future, or rather on multi-agent architectures in context of the future of work. Now, I am always going on about this. Eventually in the future, everyone's essentially going to have their own AI company of a bunch of AI agents. So it's really important to separate the tasks by agents. If you imagine an agent as a person, a lot of people try and give one agent all the things that they, want to do. That's like one person running, a massive company. It's going to be a lot for them to handle. Whereas, of course, if you split the load, then you've got access to more context windows, which means they can actually have better memories and actually function a whole lot better. Cool. So I'm just going to leave this here. In fact, I'm going to do some, I'm going to do some of this sort of assisted, actually, no, let me know. Presented in the form of a useful, let's say, presentation that can easily be understood. Cool. So we could also select the theme here. It seems, it looks like we can select any one of these. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to, let's see what sort of themes they've got here. Okay, cool. They got some interesting ones. Quite like this one. Let's go with this. This looks pretty fresh. Let me just scroll down and see if there are any more. I quite like this. This gives it a nice 3D effect. Okay, let's see. High-end product design plan. That sounds interesting. Oh, this one looks cool. I think I'll go with that instead. So I'm going to apply this theme. And I'm going to run this prompt in Dokie and see exactly what we get from here. Cool, so I'm not sure how long this is going to take, so I'm just going to come back once it's done. Okay, so now we've been presented with this screen. As you can see, we've got the subject, the scenario, page count, and we've got this chat here on this sidebar on the left. Okay, so we can still change our theme if we wish to do so. We can select the animations. I'm going to leave it at balanced. Page count, we can select auto. I'm going to leave it at 10 to 15. I'm going to leave the language in English, and we can also toggle this option to refine the outline with smart text and image search. I'm going to leave that there. And then now I'm just going to click confirm and let's see what this looks like. So now Dokie AI is going to start generating a comprehensive outline for the presentation on multi-agent architectures in the context of the future of work. So I'm just going to wait for a minute or two and see exactly what this gives me. Okay, cool. So now we've got this outline, which looks pretty cool. We've got the cover page, the catalog page, which has a table of contents, and we've also got an executive takeaway. Cool. So this makes a whole lot of sense, from single task chat to end-to-end workflows, plan, do, and check. Cool. And then it goes into what is a multi-agent system. This all looks good to me. So we've even got this interesting image here, clearly made by oh gosh, what's it called? I can't remember. This was a tool I spoke about like around the start of this. It's basically a tool that helps you create really interesting graphics, but it's created an image from their API. Damn, I can't believe I can't remember that. It was one of my favorite ones, but I guess I've done too many of these tools. In any case, I'm going to click confirm and generate. And let's see what this gives us. On the left here, we can also see the structure overview being provided to us. So now it's generating the slides based on the confirmed outlines. So we know it's going to provide the executive summary, some fundamentals, the orchestration, real workflows, implementation, and governance. Okay, cool. So now we can start to see these slides as they're being created, which I think is pretty cool. I'm going to check this out and see what it's like. You can see that there are going to be 14 slides and it's just adding all of those sections in there now. Quite like this this interesting graphic as well. Looks like we'll be able to change things seamlessly. This is reminding me a bit of Gamma.app. However, the interface is slightly different. We've got this chat here on the left. It looks like we can also undo some things as well if we just click on this button here. But let's just wait and see exactly what kind of slides this is going to generate for us. Okay, cool. So we've got these pretty sleek slides. Also, I just remembered the platform used for creating those kind of infographics. It's called Napkin AI. I covered it when it first came out and it was completely free. Now it's paid, but it's still a very, very great platform. Now, these guys have created this really cool first page, and we can see the content as well. The executive takeaways being created as well. I like this minimal kind of vibe. Maybe we can go for something that's got a little bit more color or a little bit more, I guess, pizzazz. But yeah, let's just see. So it's also created the last slide as well. So it's not necessarily generating these in order. However, it's still keeping quite a sleek look to it. So we can see these generating. I'm just going to come back in a minute once this is all done.
I'm actually pleased to announce I've launched one of my first digital products, which is a 7-day prompting ebook. I've called it Perfecting Prompts, and it's essentially a 7-day crash course on how you can improve your prompting so that you can supercharge your productivity. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the link to Perfecting Prompts below. I put in a lot of work into it, and in there I actually include some frameworks that I teach to global corporations. Definitely check it out.
Okay, cool. So now we've got the entire presentation generated. I'm going to take a look at all the slides we've got here, starting from the first one. So we've still got that sleek starting slide, and then we've got this nice minimal table of contents, and then an executive takeaway. We can, of course, edit anything here. We can just use AI to rewrite it, make it shorter, make it longer. Really cool stuff. We can also add it to the chat here just to provide some content text into the chat. So we can do that with one click, which I think is pretty cool. We've got the footer here, which is pretty sleek as well. We've got a simple slide saying what is a multi-agent system. So multiple specialized LLM-powered agents collaborating to complete a goal that's too broad for one agent. Cool. So we've got the planner, executor, specialist, review. I really like the layout, I must say. Next, we've got the orchestration patterns, and this is the graphic that was generated by Napkin AI's API. There's a little bit of an overlap here as I see this card, but I think, yeah, this is something we can actually fix quite easily. Cool. So I've just moved it up a little bit, and now it looks a whole lot better. And yeah, I'm going to keep going to the next slide. So as you can see here, we've got another kind of diagram, which makes sense. So human leader, the lead agent, which is the orchestrator, and then we've got multiple different specialist agents and executor agents, which makes sense. So collaboration norms are, of course, transparent statuses, escalate exceptions, and decision logs, which makes a whole lot of sense. Decision logs are going to be very important in future. Cool. And then we've got this workflow example for customer support. We've got this workflow example for software engineering. We've got this workflow example for recruiting and onboarding. And I gotta say, this is actually very impressive. I think these are things you can actually immediately start building with Crew AI. If anyone's interested in any of these, I can build all of these out for you. We've got implementation blueprints as well. So yeah, this is very cool, I have to say. Governance and safety, measuring impact as well, and potential next steps. Wow, I've got to say, I'm really impressed with Dokie AI. I think their generation is, you know, I think it makes a whole lot of sense. It's very sleek, and you can also change the themes after it's actually been generated. So I'm going to go with this fashion marketing plan. Let's see what that looks like. Now, I actually think this is a great presentation, something I could potentially use. Maybe not straight out of the box. There may be some tweaks I want to do. Maybe I provide some more relevant examples depending on whatever client I'm pitching to, or whatever client has asked me, you know, to propose a system like this for them. But yeah, I think this is a really cool platform, really interesting way to actually generate slides. I think everyone's sort of like used to Gamma's interface and how they do things, but I've got to say, I like the fact that this has got a chat on the left, and you can actually just use it to even restore previous versions of the slides, or to basically just keep improving and iterating on these. Now, I'm going to end this video here. I'm sure the theme that gets changed is going to be equally as interesting, but yeah, definitely check this out. Here we go. It's already working. Nice. Do you know, I think I'm probably going to keep this one. Yeah, so it's already started making these theme changes on the slides. So yeah, definitely check this out if you think it would be useful for you. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure you subscribe. And if you'd like to talk to me, then head over to Jay's Instagram, where you can chat to ChatJPT, which is essentially ChatGPT combined with my way of thinking, speaking, and seeing the world. So if you like these videos, then you'll definitely enjoy having a chat with ChatJPT. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a great day.